73-51 victory over Rice today. Gives you 5 straight wins and 4-0 in Conference USA. What's bigger, that or shaking the streak of a couple of years without beating Rice?
Well, I'm probably gonna go with it being 4-0 right now, but because I kind of get a 2-for-1 on that. But we haven't beaten Rice in the last 4 games, and their player Jessica Custer has really done a number on us the last couple games. And even though she scored in double figures, she still had to work for every point. I thought we came out the second half when we played box and one on her. I thought we disrupted her in their offense a little bit, which is what we wanted to do. And anytime you chase and face guard somebody, you just you hope that they press a little bit. You hope that they take bad shots. But she's tough to defend one-on-one. You need help defending her. And I thought we double teamed her a couple times. I thought we helped pretty good, but she's going to get her points. We fouled her a couple times, and she's a player you don't want to put on the free throw line.
Keena Mays, after such a fast start, starting in December, had 16 points in the last couple games. Tonight she goes for 25, gets a career high with 6 threes. What was the key to getting her loose and getting her back on track?
Well, the thing that I noticed about Keena was her pep in her step today and shoot around as she walks here in the gym. But coaches know they can read players, just like the players can read coaches. But today she was smiling. She looked good. She had pep in her step, and that was good to see because I hadn't seen that in the last couple of practices. And I think I think with what Keena has got to she's been faced with, it's been really 3 years since she's played so many minutes, and this is such a different level. It's the college game from the high school game. It's more physical, it's faster. So I think with every game, she's going to feel better about herself. She's going to get used to the physical play, and she just had a different mental approach today, and I'd like her to keep it because it worked.
Is it too early in the season to ask if you had the top 2 candidates for Player of the Year in the gym today?
Well, I don't. That's for the media to decide. But I'll tell you what, we had two very good players in the gym today, no doubt. Everybody, the opposing teams are going to try and find ways to stop Keena, and they're going to try and find ways to stop Custer. That was a big part of our game plan, and I know it was a big part of Rice's game plan. And when you have teams focusing on individual players like that, that says a lot about what type of player they are. And the thing with Keena is you notice she's always going to have a high number in the assist column, and that's very important. She's a very unselfish player. I told our team in there when we were talking about our running game, our transition game, talking about our unselfishness, it was evident when we're coming down in the second half in transition, and Keena actually had the shot. She could have turned the corner, and she kind of turns the corner and flips it to Alicia at the baseline for 3. And it just, I think right now our team's having fun. Their confidence is growing with every game. And they're playing very unselfish. I think that's the best way I can put it.
You mentioned what a great player Custer is, and she did get 16 points, 6 of which came from the free throw line. But for a stretch in the second half, Coach Williams at Rice put her on Keena Mays, I guess, to get some more athleticism and length on her. Is that part? Do you almost enjoy seeing that matchup because it will tire her out some on the defensive end, having to chase Keena around?
Well, yeah, when you put the best offensive player on the best offensive player for the other team, that is going to tire him out some. But she is lengthy, and she doesn't have to body up on a guard because she's got great length. Last year she played a lot of post for him. This year she's playing a lot of perimeter, which poses matchup problems. And it posed matchup problems for us. Now, Alicia guarded her and did a pretty good job because she's not afraid to be physical with a bigger guard or guard a post player. But when Farron came in, Farron guarded Custer because of the length. And whenever you have a longer guard, it's tough to shoot over. But I thought Keena did some good things instead of trying to shoot over. When we ran some on-ball picks, she kept her dribble and went around her and got her little 15-foot jump shot.
SMU outscores Rice 25-9 off of turnovers. You generated 23 turnovers from the Owls. What was the key to your defensive game plan to generate all those turnovers?
Well, we wanted to pressure their point guards. We wanted to get out and deny their wings. But when Custer touched the ball, depending on if if their little shooter wasn't in the area, we tried as much to double team her or show help and throw a trap at her a little bit and just change up our defenses, change up our looks a little bit and disrupt them. I think when we made the run and got a couple threes in transition, I felt like Rice, you can just see they were zapped a little bit. Their energy was zapped. I felt like it was a letdown. And when you see that, you got to take advantage of that. You got to capitalize. And we felt like the second half that we would be able to continue to run the ball. And I found I was able to rest Alicia and Keena, I think, at key times today. And once again, I thought Gabby Wilkins came in and was an excellent spark for us.
You had a couple of games prior to this where Keena had the 16 points combined. Today, you had a couple other shooters who struggled with their outside shot a little bit. Is this just a sign of the team sort of growing up, that you don't have to have everybody firing on all cylinders and you're still finding a way to win and go 4-0 in conference?
Well, I'd be okay if everybody's firing on all cylinders. I mean, the same day. That's the same day. But there's, that's what makes a team is you're not going to have one person hot every game. And like Alicia struggled the first half, but she came in the second half and hit 2 big threes. And I thought we had more of an inside-outside game today. And we got some good minutes or some good production, offensive production from Akil Simpson. Plus, she kept the ball alive a lot in a lot of situations. Her and Destiny did a good job on the boards. And, it's nice when, especially after the game Akil was coming off of with Southern Miss, she was frustrated. She came back and she played very aggressively today, and you like to see that. But, your shooters, Karina didn't get her looks today that she got the last couple games, but there's a reason for that, because she's been shooting the ball so well. Now, those people got to close out. They've got to defend her. That opens it up. That opened it up more for our inside game because they were defending our shooters.